Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. I'm back from Dallas Regionals, and I'm probably going to take the first couple of minutes just to reflect on that, so if you actually want to just skip to the games, feel free to follow along with the timestamp in the description below. But like I mentioned, I wanted to talk briefly about the tournament experience and the team that I ended up bringing to that tournament, so yeah. So Dallas Regionals took place this last weekend, and I ended up finishing with a 6-4 record, with which was good for, I think, 94th place out of around 550 players or so, which is, I guess, not bad, but for me, I'm a super competitive person, and I want to win any tournament that I take seriously, and I was really bummed out that I at least didn't move on to top 32 of this tournament. And I think what was even worse was basically all my 4 losses went to 3 games, and in all of those I can pinpoint like exact moves that I could have made that could have helped me win that 3rd match, for example. So that definitely stings a little bit, and what stings even more is if I had just one more of those, I probably would have moved on to the top 32. So the margin for error in these tournaments is really slim, and it was my first time competing in quite a long time, so I'm definitely disappointed in myself. But I think one thing that's good is that most of those losses didn't really come from RNG. In all of those losses, there were plays that I basically could have made better, and I didn't make the most optimal play in a lot of those scenarios. So that's good because it means it was more on myself as opposed to, say, the team or some bad luck, and that's the problem that you can normally fix most easily, right? So ultimately, I was just outplayed by better opponents, and I played some really good players throughout the course of the event. 2 of the losses I actually had were in the top 4, and one of the other losses I had was using the exact same team as the finalists who ended up using Durant. So effectively 3 of my losses came from the top 4 teams. So you know, it definitely stings a little bit because I played such good players in teams, but ultimately if you want to be the best, you also have to beat the best player. So there's really, you can't really make excuses for yourself there, and this definitely was the toughest schedule I've had for regionals, and it's, you know, my first regionals in a long time. So ultimately, you know, I have no shame losing to some really good players. It just stings because really one more game win would have probably let me advance on in the tournament. I felt so good in the first half of the day. I was playing really well too, but towards the end kind of just burned out. But ultimately, it was a great tournament experience. Still walked away with some championship points. I played in a smaller mid-season showdown the next day and went 5-2 in that tournament. So walked away with 56 points out of 400 that I need for Worlds, which is definitely a good start. My goal, like I mentioned, is definitely to qualify for day 1 of Worlds, and then if I'm invited to commentate, I'll decide whether I want to play or commentate this year. But I think you guys will probably see me commentating some tournaments this year next to competing as well. So I'll be involved in a lot. And yeah, this is the team that I brought to the tournament. I'll do a more in-depth team report of it later on, but it features basically Fake Tears Whimsicott and a lot of big special attackers like Nasty Plot Rotom, Scope Lens Togekiss, and Life Orb Duraludon. It's also got some bulky physical attackers like Assault Vest Conkeldurr and Belly Drum Snorlax, which you guys have seen me use on one of my previous teams. So the goal of the game was really to use these really strong attackers and really just kind of disrupt your opponent by getting big knockouts immediately. I really liked the Nasty Plot Rotom set. I think that was something that was super slept on going into this tournament, especially because there were a lot of people using bulkier stuff like Snarl Arcanine. I thought Rotom-Heat was a great answer to Charizard, which I thought a lot of players might be running as well. And then Scope Lens Togekiss was a set that's kind of popped up in popularity recently, but I really liked it because, once again, I figured there'd be a fair amount of Snarl Arcanines in the tournament, but it would also match up pretty nicely against bulkier things like Grimmsnarl. You can just kind of crit your way through things, and it was a pretty speedy variant as well, so I figured Togekiss was going to be a really popular Pokemon going to this tournament. I wanted to basically outspeed a lot of the ones from the opposing teams, and Snorlax and Conkeldurr were kind of used to counter a lot of things that I was having trouble with, example like Sand teams with Tyranitar Excadrill. Snorlax was often used for Trick Room matchups as well. So yeah, that's kind of the team on a very simple level. Feel free to try out the code yourself if you want to use it. It was a lot of fun to use. I think, like I said, I had all the tools to win the matches with this team. I just wasn't a good enough player in some of my losses, but ultimately it was a really fun team to use. So I've been rambling on for quite a while now. Thanks everyone who tuned in this last weekend, who supported me, especially those that watched my match on stream. That was an absolutely crazy victory, and thanks to all the fans that I was able to meet this past weekend. It means a lot because I get really disappointed when I don't do well in tournaments that I take seriously, but I always feel a little bit better meeting all the amazing fans and supporters out there. So to everyone that came up and said hello this weekend or just introduced themselves, thank you, because it really does make me feel a lot better, especially when I don't do super well. So yeah, let's just actually jump into the episode. I've been rambling on for quite a while. Alright, we're going to find our very first opponent of the day with this team, so let's see what they are using. Getting into this game. Okay, Sableye, which actually won the first regionals over in Europe. the Diggersby, Duraludon, Gyarados, Milotic, and the Darmanitan. So really, really hyper offensive here, but no Tailwind, which I think benefits us. So we're going to want to set up Tailwind in this game if we can, but we have to worry about a Fake Out from Sableye and just getting doubled up to get KO'd on Whimsicott turn 1. So that's, I think, one of the bigger things we have to watch out for. Question is who we want to Dynamax this game. I mean, Duraludon is a pretty good candidate. It does one-shot things. Togekiss is also certainly an option. I think Duraludon's probably a little bit better, though, but we basically need to get Tailwind up, and I think my opponent leads probably something like Sableye plus Duraludon or Sableye plus Darmanitan. Those are the leads I'm expecting. So if I'm expecting that, I think I want to lead something that pressures Darmanitan. Conkeldurr is actually perfect for that. I just go Conkeldurr Togekiss, and I sack the Togekiss basically to get a free switch in. Yeah, because I think we win this game with Dynamax Duraludon. So I'm going to go for this. Rotom's really good here too, but I don't know. It gets outsped by Gyarados and Milotic. Duraludon outspeeds us too. Sorry, Milotic doesn't outspeed us, but it walls us pretty decently. Don't think it would be that easy to set up a nasty plot in this game. So let's see how things go. Pretty scary team. Sableye is really good. It gets access to Quash, which is an incredible utility move that I think is probably a little underused. But what does this lead? Yeah, okay, Sableye Diggersby. Okay. We could Dynamax Togekiss here, to be honest. But maybe I'm underestimating Diggersby's power. I'm gonna Drain Punch that slot for sure. Diggersby might Dynamax this game, honestly. And I don't want to Dynamax just to have it wasted. So I think it's fine to honestly just Drain Punch here and Dazzling Gleam. I don't know how much Dynamax Diggersby does to Togekiss, that's the main thing. I'm not going to Dynamax Togekiss. I really want to so badly, but I don't know my calcs well enough, and I don't want to just waste the Dynamax. And Diggersby is actually going to Dynamax, okay. That is my first time seeing Diggersby in this format, and it's also my first time seeing that thing Dynamax. So the bunny is out in full force. That is scary looking. He's got such a devious grin. Oh, that is sick. What? Leer with Diggersby and multiple physical attackers like Gyarados and Darmanitan. That makes so much sense. That's awesome. Slide Warp too, that makes sense. But Drain Punch almost just knocks that out. I mean, Mach Punch might KO that? Question mark. Like I said, though, I think we can win easily with Whimsicott Duraludon, so that's what I'm going for here. Yeah, I mean, Mach Punch might just KO that outright. I'm going to Tailwind Mach Punch here, because we can win this game just with Whimsicott and Duraludon, so even though we got knocked out turn 1, that's really not terrible. That's cool, though, because Leer affects both Pokemon as well, as opposed to just one. So, let's see. We'll get Tailwind off. You might quash the Conkeldurr here to quash the Mach Punch. And, oh, we don't pick up the KO. It's going to faint from Life Orb here. And there's actually the quash, but because of Tailwind, it doesn't work out. And it's going to go for Max Airstream, okay. Yeah. So the Mach Punch there kind of has to happen for the Quash option, but Diggersby should faint now from Life Orb. So our opponent's Dynamax is gone. We've got 3 full turns of Tailwind to work with Duraludon, Dynamax in the back. So I think this is actually not bad for us at all. We do have to watch out for Quash, though. Which is actually really scary the more I think about it. Let's see what comes out. Yeah, I think Quash is actually still a really big threat. I'm going to have to protect Duraludon Moonblast the Sableye this first turn, and it's probably bulky enough to take 2 Moonblast, or sorry, to survive at least 1 Moonblast. But I'm not sure my opponent has anything that can one-shot the Duraludon. It's Darmanitan. Okay, yeah. So I can Superpower, but Quash Superpower isn't gonna KO us. I think we double up to knock out the... Actually, I'm leaning towards Protect and Moonblast. Just if my opponent calls this correctly, I actually lose, but it's a really aggressive prediction. I think Moonblast might two-shot the Darmanitan too. I'll target Sableye to be safe though. I'm expecting Quash Superpower into the Duraludon. Yeah. Okay, good. It doesn't get the knockout. But that's fine. Because now you won't knock out the Duraludon because we'll Dynamax. So we can just Steel Spike and Moonblast. And then we can just Fake Tear, Swarm Wind, whatever the last Pokemon is. Moonblasting Darmanitan might have been better there. I just didn't know if Moonblast gets a 2-hit KO onto it. If it does, then I think it's the better play. But I mean, maybe the Darmanitan has some bulk. Probably doesn't. But I wasn't sure about that calc. Superpower now is definitely not knocking us out. Oh, I guess it could be Banned Darmanitan, actually. Banned probably does KO, doesn't it? Oh, goodness. Alright, let's see. Are you banned? I mean, if you're banded, you're going to lose against Whimsicott on the 1v1. So the question is, can Whimsicott knock out my opponent's last Pokemon? The answer is probably no, but... Do we feign for Life Orb here, though? I think we do, right? So it's Whimsicott against the last Pokemon. I've got a defense boost and I've got my Sash on Whimsicott, so we can Fake Tears Moonblast, but is that enough to knock out? Duraludon goes down. Okay. Let's see. What do you have? I have no idea what that is. It's Duraludon. Actually, that's probably the best case. If it's not Assault Vest, I think we win. I guess it's better to just double Moonblast, right? Because we can crit either, as opposed to Fake Tears Moonblasting. Yeah. Alright, let's see if you're Assault Vested. Okay. First one is under half. We're gonna win this on 1 HP. I'm scared about Scarf Duraludon now, but it's not really that common. This is so close. Alright. It's not Scarfed. The first one did over half. Are we good? Are we good? We're good. Oh, Whimsicott. You're clutch. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so we pick up a win for our first game with this team. That was super close, though. That was a scary team to go up against as well. Man, there was a lot of tricky stuff there. But, yeah, we worked our way around the Sableye. I didn't know what to expect from that Diggersby. I didn't really know its moveset, so Max Lightning was pretty cool. I don't know if Life Orb Max Lightning knocks out -1 defense Togekiss, so maybe it would have been better to just Dynamax the Togekiss anyway, but like I said, I didn't know that calc well enough, so I wanted to just trust my gut instinct, because I figured Duraludon Whimsicott could beat everything, but I don't know how much Life or Darmanitan Superpower is supposed to do against Dynamax Duraludon with no bulk, so I don't know that calc off the top of my head either. But we ended up clutching it out. I think, yeah, if I knew that Moonblast was a 2K on Darmanitan, I always double up onto that slot. But as you can tell, Duraludon swept through my opponent's team, but this is why Quash is really good. Even if your opponent sets up Tailwind, you can just delay your opponent from really getting attacks off. So, yeah. Anyway, we're just going to look for our next opponent today. And we're going to find our next opponent, so let's see what they are using. That was a super fast-paced game for that last one. Oh my goodness. Okay, Whimsicott Lucario, so we immediately have to worry about beat up. We have to also worry about beat up from Mimikyu onto Lucario and the Justified onto the Mudsdale. And then a bunch of other interesting stuff like the Galarian Weezing and the Vanillux. I think Rotom's really good in this matchup. Kind of want to go Togekiss Rotom. It's kind of an odd lead. I don't normally go with that, but the beat up is super real. I think we really have to play around that. And with Togekiss Rotom, I mean, Rotom can just one-shot the Lucario with Inferno Overdrive. Not Inferno Overdrive, sorry, Max Flare. Still stuck in the last generation. Duraludon's still pretty good offensively. I mean, this is so weird. Like, Conkeldur's not great, but it gives me priority against Lucario. That's the only reason I'd bring it. Otherwise, I'm thinking Whimsicott Duraludon in the back. Let's go for that. I guess Conkeldurr gives me priority against Vanillux, which also could have been a reason to bring it, because I'm actually kind of pretty weak to Vanillux. So, cool team from my opponent's end. A lot of scary stuff going on there. Yeah, I mean, the beat-up combo and giving Mudstale defense boosts is just really scary. It's going to be Vanillux Mimikyu, though. Ugh. Okay, well, I mean, the upside is that Rotom's in a great spot here, right? But Togekiss is not looking too great. I don't really want to switch out either. We could Dynamax Togekiss, which will survive a Blizzard and whatever attack Mimikyu goes for. But I kind of want to Dynamax Rotom this game. I want to Do I want a Nasty Plot now? There's not much point, right? Because I'm knocking out things anyway. With this lead, though, there's no Tailwind, which means we could get up a Tailwind and maybe Dynamax Duraludon. Which is like, we're going to eat up a Blizzard here for sure. Probably a Play Rough. So we Dynamax, we survive that, and we can go for Max Airstream. I kind of like that, actually. Maybe we Dynamax, Max Airstream, Mimikyu, Nasty Plot. So we get the speed boost, and we'll be faster with both next turn. I don't think you Trick Room here often. If you Trick Room, we've got Conkeldurr in the back, too. Wait, sorry, we don't have Conkeldurr in the back. I'm trolling. We could have had Conkeldurr in the back. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll survive a Blizzard and a Play Rough now because Mimikyu's not Dynamaxing, but what is Mimikyu going for then, right? Just Blizzard, okay. Yeah, Togekiss is so bulky. No freeze. I had to jinx it. That's really not good. Unless we thaw out immediately. Please thaw out. Oh, that's super rough, because I think we're going to be in a really good spot if we didn't get frozen there. Oh, we thaw out, thank goodness. Okay, well, now let's see. Maybe it's Trick Room coming out then from this Mimikyu. Wow, what? I really was not expecting that. Leftovers? Oh, serve. No, yeah, wow, okay. That makes sense. I'll take plays that I did not expect to happen for 500, because that was wonky. I mean, you probably Blizzard again. I'm just worried about the Vanillux now switching out into Mudstale. Got Whimsicott Duraludon in the back. I don't want to Starfall because I want to burn Mudstale if possible, so I think we're going to Flare Vanillux. And Thunderbolt Mimikyu. Might have been better to actually Will-O-Wisp Vanillux, because I could see Vanillux switching out into Mudstale and the beat-up stuff happening right now. I really didn't think Tailwind would happen with this lead, but I mean, Trick Room would happen, but I guess it's actually relatively obvious, isn't it? Just Play Rough. We'll survive Play Rough Blizzard. Yeah, it's actually Aurora Veil, too. Okay. That's not terrible, then, because we'll get rid of the weather. We'll stall turn out of Trick Room. It's just that Mudstale is a pretty big threat in the late game. We'll get Max Flare off, too. This should be Sash, though. We don't crit there anyway, so can't find out. Okay. We'd probably switch out Vanillux here, I would think. Like, Mimikyu's not really threatening us. I really want to Airstream and Will-O-Wisp it, because I feel like Vanillux here probably switches out, but the thing is, I guess you could double up into Togekiss with Freeze Dry and something else. Freeze Dry and Play Rough for Mimikyu, I guess. Maybe we max guard here so we can follow me the next turn. I'm actually stalling out my opponent's Trick Room right now. This Will-O-Wisp covers Vanilluxe switching it into Mudsdale, which I think if we covered would be really good, but they're going to stay in. Okay. But you can't touch Rotom right now. Yep. Play rough. Yep. It's another turn of Trick Room gone. Will-O-Wisp misses, but that's fine. I don't think we even need Tailwind this game, then. I think we can win with Rotom. There's still 2 turns of Trick Room, but that's fine. My opponent probably goes for the same play again, so I think I just sack the Whimsicott here. And once again, I don't go for a knockout here, because I don't want to free switch in. I guess burning Mimikyu is fine, because then dude else. Oh, it's switching out! Is it a physical attacker coming in? Please hit this Will-O-Wisp, Rotom. Please. I ask you of one thing and one thing only. That would be clutch. Okay, that's fine. Can we hit the Will-O-Wisp? Come on, Rotom. Will-O-Wisp connects. That is huge for us. That's absolutely huge. Okay, that's really good. That's really, really good. I mean, this game's still far from over, obviously, but we needed that. Wow, what we can do is fake Tears the Mudsdale. This is the last turn of Trick Room too, which is good. I want to fake Tears overheat it. Yeah. Vanilluxe switches out, yep. To Weezing. Ooh, which cancels Prankster, that's cool. Oh, it cancels Levitate. That was sick. That was so sick. Max Quake probably KOs us, doesn't it? Do we get swept by the horse now? I did not think about the Weezing play. That was so cool. I can't even be mad about that. Well played, my dude. Well played. Maybe I should have switched out into Togekiss then. This is bad. We're going up against a very beefy Mudsdale now. Okay, we basically have to weather the storm. It is burnt, which is good. We've got Duraludon in the back, and Duraludon can one-shot things. So, the question is who we bring out here. We need to go for another fake Tears. I mean, if we bring out Togekiss to Steel Spike KO, no, but the Weezing probably has a poison type attack, right? Maybe I bring out Duraludon here. The turn is we need one more turn of Dynamax. If my opponent only had one turn left, like, this would be fine. So at -1 special defense. Aurora Veil's about to end, though, after this turn. Can pretty easily fake Tears Mudsdale. Leaning towards fake Tears and switching out Duraludon into Togekiss to bait the Max Quake. Because then the Mudsdale doesn't get the special defense boost there. If we protect, it'll still get the boost through protect. That was such a cool play, though. Like, I can't even be mad. That was so well done. Like, that was so sick. Oh, he's got Dazzling Gleam, okay. Well, that doesn't do much, so let's see if it is Quake coming out from the... Yeah, okay. Alright, Sunlight fades. You're gonna Gleam and... Yeah, I think you have the Steel Spike here. So, Mudsdale is only at... It's at -3 special defense now, but it's probably Assault Vested. You can't Quake, you have to go for Steel Spike. So the question is whether Duraludon can sweep through this game. Assuming Steel Spike knocks out Togekiss, which I think it should. Unless a Draco Meteor and a Dazzling Gleam knocks out Mudsdale, but I don't think it does against Assault Vest Mudsdale, which I think is probably the set. But I don't think Duraludon can handle... The thing is that... I mean, it'll outspeed the Vanilluxe, I guess. I think you Steel Spike here, though. Unless you don't have it for some reason. Maybe we go for a crit onto Mudsdale then. Alright, I'm gonna Draco Dazzling. Weezing protects, that's a start. We still need a knockout though, I guess. That's really good damage. If we crit Dazzling Gleam, I think that knocks out Mudsdale. Oh, come on, Togekiss. 50% chance. Oh, Super Luck is not activated though, I forgot. Ah! No! But he max quaked? Wow, that's so risky. Is that KO? We survive! Oh, this game is crazy. I think we lose though. Now. I don't know how fast that Mimikyu is, but there's no way you're max speed Mimikyu then, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I forgot that. So because our ability was cancelled, obviously chance of critting is not as high. How fast is Vanillix? I mean, we saw it outspeed Togekiss. Doesn't get the hail up though, which is funny. I don't think I can pull this off anymore. Because you just freeze dry. Wow, what a good game, though. I misplayed a little bit in the beginning. Oh, that was so close to knocking out the Mudsdale, too. Maybe Air Slash would have picked it off, actually. Tough. I could have followed me there, too, but I feel like I had to attack. Yeah, I think we have to Flash Cannon. But Weezing will pick us off. Oh, we could flinch with Air Slash, though. Yeah, that's our out. We'll have one more attack in a Duraludon after this turn from Life Orb, I think. This is so close, but we need the flinch here, I think. We have 1 HP. Air Slash does connect. Does it flinch? We crits. Flinch? Flinch? No! So close. Okay, unless Togekiss is faster than Mimikyu here, and we Heat Wave. Crit the Weezing. Wow, this was really close. Yeah. I mean, we still have an increased flinch chance. Or, sorry, a crit chance. I think Mimikyu should be faster here, but I don't know. I mean, it's probably still max speed with room service, but let's see. Heat Wave's the only play to go for. Yeah, oh, it's got Shadow Sneak. Alright, good game, dude. That was... Does it KO? Okay. That was a really fun one. I can't even be mad about losing that, honestly, man. Man, that was such a good play, switching in the Weezing, though. That was really, really clever. And, I don't know, I guess maybe I shouldn't have gone for Airstream, because if you're going Mimikyu, looking at my opponent's team, it's pretty dedicated towards Trick Room. I'll play one more, though, since it's our first time using this team. Yeah, if you're not going with Whimsicott Lucario, it's pretty obvious there is Trick Room on that team, so I don't know why I was so surprised by that. So, would have been better to max Flare turn 1 Nasty Plot, and then go from there. But that was a whole roller coaster of emotions, man. I mean, if Gleam knocks out the Mudsdale there, I think we probably win the game, because then we have so much bulk, and the Duraludon can just start picking things left and right. And if we crit the Weezing there, I think we also probably win. But it was a super fun game. A lot of interesting stuff going on there. So we're up against kind of like a Trick Room hybrid team here, when there's the Oranguru Togekiss, obviously. Okay, immediate thoughts. Whimsicott Duraludon's really good here, because I ignore the redirection, so I can just attack through everything. My opponent might be inclined to set up Trick Room, though. So this is where Snorlax might actually come in handy. Because I actually could go Togekiss Snorlax if my opponent's trying to go Trick Room. If you go Trick Room, you try to go Togekiss and the Oranguru often, I think. If you don't go for that, though, we can just Fake Tears Max Darkness KO. So how sure am I of being able to deny Trick Room? That's the question. Dark Resist Berry wouldn't be too surprising to see on the Oranguru. I'm leaning towards Rotom Conkeldurr as my back two, though. But this means I have to be confident on denying Trick Room, because then Rhyperior can give me a lot of problems. Alright, let's lock in. We'll see how it goes. Man, that last game was crazy, though, guys. It was so crazy. Yeah, that was bonkers. I'm trying to think what could have been better, but let's just focus on this game for now. Togekiss Dragapult is actually literally the best lead to go up against for Whimsicott Duraludon, I think. Because we can just Tailwind, Dynamax, and Wormwind into Dragapult. Tailwind. It's such an obvious play, though, that I'm thinking of Steel Spiking. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to Steel Spike the Togekiss because I think the Wormwind is so obvious here into Dragapult. But I guess there's no free switch-ins in a... But what I don't want is, like, Super Luck Togekiss to Dynamax and then crit me. Whereas Dragapult shouldn't KO us, especially because we'll get a defense boost after Steel Spike. So let's see. Either way, this is a good lead to go up against. Man, that last game, though. Such cool interactions happening there. He's going to Dynamax the Dragapult, though. Okay. I don't think Special Wormwind KOs us anyway, so we should be fine. Yeah. Kind of risky, though. I think Wormwind should just KO that. Unless it's Assault Vest, but that's not that common on Dragapults. Okay, so we're going to Dynamax. Picking off Togekiss would be fine. Especially if this is physical Dragapult too, that'd be super great, because then we'll get this defense boost too. Kind of frustrating though, because Tailwind Wormwind was super free. But I don't know. I'd rather have, like, don't want to deal with the... Yeah, okay, Max Guard. Oh, perfect, perfect, okay. It might have been even a Yawn coming out from Togekiss. So we could have gone for Fake Tears. It might be Babiri Berry, but even if it is, still works out on Earth. It looks like it is Babiri Berry, okay. But I think this is still the more optimal play. Probably a Yawn coming out then. But that's fine, because we can just Wormwind anyway next turn. So the question is whether it's Sash Dragapult or not then. If it's not Yawn, then they're going to be in a... Yeah, they're some. But that makes sense. That's fine, because we still get another turn of Dynamax, basically. So pretty free to just Moonblast and Max Wormwind here. Yeah. Fake Tears would have won us the game, though, immediately, basically. If we doubled up on a Togekiss, but... That's a little bit riskier. I guess, actually, that's not too super risky, because the Dragapult's never KOing us anyway. He's gonna Helping Hand. This should just faint. That's a risky play, I feel like. We take those. We can still lose from Trick Room in this game, though, so we have to be careful to not get too cocky. The double up there was to cover for a Focus Sash option. If Togekiss Follow Me is you redirect the Moonblast, but not the Wormwind. So we'll fall asleep now, but we still have another turn of Dynamax for bulk. And I think we'll probably stay in with Duraludon and just try to wake up. Because we wake up in like 2 turns, we'll be in a good spot. Is that a Rangaroo? Yeah, so my opponent probably wants to set up Trick Room now. And this is why it's scary. Without Snorlax, like, could still get swept in Trick Room. I'm going to try to wake up a Duraludon here. Togekiss could just hard switch out into Rhyperior. So I think the Moonblast covers the option of it switching out. Okay, looks like it's not going to switch out. Ideally, we don't KO, so we don't give a free switch in. Okay, good. That's pretty good. It's going to Gleam and Trick Room, I'm sure. Alright, now we have to weather the storm of Trick Room, which is why this is still scary. Okay. Got Rotom in the back and Conkeldurr. I don't want to switch in either of those, though. I think I'm going to go for a Fake Tears here. And I doubt we get... I mean, you could just go Dazzling Gleam. Instruct Dazzling Gleam. But I need to conserve Rotom for... I need to burn the Rhyperior, but I want to switch in Conkeldurr here. So maybe we do bring in Rotom and protect the Duraludon if we can. And if not, then we get a free switch in into Conkeldurr. Alright, so he's staying in. Let's see. It's got to be Rhyperior is the last one. I'm sure it is. Oh, he's going to foul play, actually. Okay. It's better for us, I guess. Alright, Tailwind's out. This is where Nasty Plot actually could come into play. So we get the free switch in. We sack the Duraludon, and then we get the free switch. Yeah. I think we Nasty Plot here. Sack the Duraludon. So then we get a free switch in into Conkeldurr, and then we can just Rock Slide Overheat to pick up a double knockout. Yeah, okay, Foul Play doesn't do much. Dazzling Gleam, that's fine. Main thing is basically we're avoiding our opponent getting a free switch into Rhyperior, because that is not what we want. Yeah. So I think +2 Overheat plus Rock Slide should knock out a Ranguru. Really hope it does. But we've stalled out a bunch of turns of Trick Room now, which is pretty good too. Looks like Wolfie's online, so what's up, Wolf? Yeah. So we can Overheat, Rock Slide. So we don't miss. I think we're probably okay. Togekiss could switch out here into Rhyperior. I guess a Ranguru could actually switch out into Rhyperior, but that would still take a lot of damage. One of my favorite moments from this tournament was +2 Rotom Dynamaxed in Sun, one-shotting a Rhyperior with the Fire Max Flare. So, let's see. We've stalled down multiple turns of Trick Room, though, which is really good. And Rhyperior can't Dynamax, which is obviously also really good. So, we just need to play around its potential weakness policy. If I had Snorlax, this game would have been probably a little easier, because I could probably just set up with it. Or it would even just do consistent damage across the board. But no switch outs here. Okay, just Foul Play into Conkeldurr, that's fine. Should be faster. Rock Slide double connects. Perfect. I don't know if +2 Overheat actually gets this. It's going to be close. Overheat connects. Does it get the KO? Nice. That's why we run Nasty Plot. Awesome. So we're up 3-1 now. Rhyperior's in the back, but we can stall out Trick Room pretty easily now at this point. Yeah. Just have to worry about the weakness policy once again. But it is the last turn of Trick Room, so we can just switch out Rotom into Whimsicott. And, I guess... I actually don't know who's faster between Rhyperior and Conkeldurr here. Should be Rhyperior. But I think Rock Sliding here is just safer anyway, just to scout out for who's faster. If he's faster, we can just Tailwind Drain Punch next turn. Alright, he was just Rock Sliding, okay. It's fine. Cool. Flinches us actually, so wouldn't have mattered anyway. This is still kind of scary, I guess. I mean, if it has Earthquake, that's my problem right now. Like, I want to burn it, right? I don't have Energy Ball. I guess maybe Moonblast, Drain Punch, and EQ can also knock out. But I think it's better to not activate Weakness Policy this turn. Just got out for Rock Slide. Or Earthquake. Because then we can burn it. So we can, yeah, let's Moonblast Rock Slide. This gives us a flinch chance as well. I just don't want Moonblast Drain Punch to not knock out him to Earthquake and then be... Oh, actually, we would have been fine, I think. But this covers every option. The only downside is if he crits us with Earthquake onto Conkeldurr, basically. But we get the flinch. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so many like outs here for us that I think this play ends up working out pretty much every time. Like, the only downside is if we end up... If it does have Earthquake, Earthquake's not knocking out Conkeldurr. Even a crit, I'm not sure, knocks us out. And what I don't want to do is just Moonblast Drain Punch and then have Overheat miss, basically, against the Rhyperior. So by Rock Sliding there, covers every option, pretty much. And yeah, but the late game Rhyperior is still scary, but fortunately Nasty Plot Rotom came through. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Slightly longer, like I said, but it's my first time back, and I missed the last 2 days, so I wanted some more content for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like if you did. Guys, thank you so much for supporting me at Dallas Regionals. I'm sorry I didn't do super well, but I promise that I have a deeper run at a tournament later on this year, and I'm excited to be competing again. So thanks for watching the content, guys. Thanks for supporting me, both online on YouTube and in real life. We're probably going to pass 99k subs today, which is incredible, and 100k is so close now. So seriously, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. Peace.